Okay, the first thing you have to remember in case of self-assessment and self-management is time management is one more important part of the management. Wherever you speak, whenever you they all say that the time management is important part of the management. Time management is important part of management. The two things which you have to understand. Okay. People are left behind leaders, so that's almost leadership style. Very simple one. It's a very important matter. Leadership style. So leadership style. Leadership. Leadership styles. But the situational styles, they are very good. The first one is delegation. The first one is delegation. Second one is selling. Third one is telling. And the fourth one is participation. So these are the leadership styles with which the leader executes. Delegation, he is responsible here. He is responsible for whatever work he has given to the lower staff and to whatever work he has given to the lower officials. Selling, he is not responsible, but still he is not able to get the interest of the subordinates. Telling the leader, they are less interested. Participation, he is not that extent interested than the delegate. These are the leadership styles. Whenever they ask you the leadership style, these are the things which you have to remember. Again, the first thing which you have to remember here is delegation, selling, telling, and participation. Delegation, selling, telling, and participation. Very simple. Delegation, selling, telling, participation are the leadership style which you need to understand. Next for me, next 2 hours I'll be mainly dealing with the time management strategies. Time management things. The first one is time management. What is this time management? What exactly is this time management is? And what are the characteristics involved in the time management? What is the importance of this time management? What is the importance of this time management? So we define time management as use maximum possible use of all available time. I repeat, very important because you should understand these things are not like things that you once you tell and you will understand, you will remember for life. No, it's very difficult things. Difficult to understand also. Please try to understand what I'm saying. Time management is defined as the maximum possible use of all available time. Maximum possible use of all available time. What do you mean by all available time? We have 24 hours. What maximum? Can you only maximum 24 hours? What is the maximum possible use of all available time? Okay, say 8 hours sleep. Okay, what left? 16 hours. Okay. This 16 hours maximum you want to use of what time? Okay. This is true. That's what they are trying to say. Maximum possible use of all available. What is what? Time management. let's see what exactly these things are and what exactly they are meant to. Okay. The first thing that you agree is the first thing which you agree, which they agree is your time management strategy. What is this time management strategy? The time management strategies are, firstly, when you think about time management, it is the self-management. And self-assessment. So very simple things these are. Self-management and self-assessment. Yeah. Self-management, self-assessment. What is the self-management and self-assessment? What are these characteristics of self-management? So we call it as, I call it as PME, planning, monitoring, and evaluating. Whenever you do the self-management, you should do the planning, monitoring, and evaluating. That is very important. Planning, monitoring, and evaluating. Yeah. So very good. Next, self-assessment. Planning, plotting. Yeah, we're going to do planning. You should plan it. You should plan it, monitor it, and evaluate. You evaluate what value we have. Next we have self-assessment. Self-assessment we have what is called as environment. Yeah. We have routine. We have goals and mind. What is this? What exactly this article is? In the self-management, it is planning, monitoring, evaluating. You plan to do something, yes. Monitor. How do you want to? What are the facilities you want? What are the things you want? And you evaluate, planning, evaluating, and planning, evaluating, and planning, monitoring, and evaluating. Planning, yeah. Monitoring, yeah. And evaluating. Very, very important, yeah. We have one more entity called as self-assessment. Self-assessment is environment, routine, mood, and mind. Environment, routine, mood, and mind. It is self-assessment. Environment, routine, mood, and mind. Environment, routine, very positive. Environment, yeah. Routine, mood, and mind. So planning, monitoring, evaluating. Environment, routine, mood, and mind. So what you have to do is self-assessment. You prioritize. What are the things you have to do? First list it. List. Walk. List the work, what you want to do. Then you prioritize it. What exactly you can do. Then it is better you are able to do it in a prioritize it, list it, prioritize it, evaluate it. In other words, they are also called as first list, then prioritize. First, then next you have to do what is known as 2-minute task. 5-minute task. This 2-minute task, whatever the things you have listed, in that you just see the things which can be done in 2 minutes, see the things which can be done in 5 minutes. Okay, next you organize it. Which to do first? Schedule it. In other words, schedule it. Schedule the exact time and where exactly you have to do this. Exact time. Schedule it exact time. That is very important. You better schedule it in an exact time. That is very important. Okay. Let's say that we schedule it in an exact time. Now, so time management we have. So mainly it is management of the time, and here we have self-management and self-assessment. Okay, self-management and self-assessment. Then we have the entities called as the self-management and self-assessment. Okay, that's very important. Then we have entities called as self-management. The next thing you have to do is, after everything, you have to plan for time management strategies. What exactly are the time management strategies? What exactly are the time management strategies? That is time management strategies. What are the time management strategies? What exactly are the time management strategies? What they are? What they are? First is prioritize. Second is, first is prioritize your tasks. Okay. Then facilitate. Facilitate your task. Next. Or facilitate, in other words, specify your task. You just specify. Prioritize your task. Okay. Specify your task. Okay. Then what you have to do is, you need to prioritize, specify small white pieces. What is this? Salami technique. What is the salami technique? Salami technique is the technique in which the salami fruit, for example, this is the salami fruit. It is cut into slight pieces. Yeah. Whole salami you cannot take it. Fruit. But when it cut into pieces, you can take the pieces into your mouth. Likewise, the pieces, fruit, the pieces. The whole salami fruit cannot be accommodated into your mouth, but when the salami fruit is cut into pieces, you can accommodate to your mouth. Likewise, you cut the pieces like time is cut into pieces. Time. And you organize actually, that's what we're trying to say. We'll see later. Yes, specific. Yes. Use all available time. Next. Yeah. Use all available time. Use all Available time. Yes, exactly. Yes. Use all available time. Now you have use all available time. That's what they can. Whatever time you have, use. Then you remember the one thing called as routine. Establish environment. Structured environment. This is called a structured environment. Structured environment. What is a structured environment? Establish a routine. Structured environment. Establish a routine. Schedule it. You schedule it. You take your own time and schedule it. So I remember, and one more is procrastination. Prevention of procrastination. Procrastination. Yeah. The thing which you have to remember is prevention of procrastination. There are, remember, there are 8 time management strategies overall in general. 8 time management strategies. Prioritize, specify, small bite pieces, small bite-like pieces, let's say bite-like pieces, okay. Use all available time, okay. Structure the environment and establish routine and schedule it and prevent the procrastination. So these are the things you have to do. General time management rules. Believe me, this is the general time management rules which you have to remember. That is, they call it as general time management rules. What does this general time management rule says? There are 2 things in the general time management rules. That is, the first one is there are 2 rules. There are 2 rules for general time management strategies. Yeah. What are those rules? Prioritize it. Specify it. Specify your goal. That's what they're trying to say. Specify your goal. What you want to do. How you can specify your goal? Goal setting, I already told you. Smart goals. Specific. Measurable. Achievable. Realistic. And time-based. Remember these things. Whenever you are establishing the goals, you should say they are the smart goals. Why they are the smart goals? Because they are specific, measurable, achievable, realistic and time-based. That's what I mean. Prioritize your task. First you prioritize your tasks, yes. Then you establish a goal or specify a goal. Then you, how to set a goal? Specific, measurable, achievable, realistic and time-based. Time-based goals we have to prepare. Okay. Next we have small bite-like pieces of paper. What is the small bite-like pieces of paper? It defines you the salami technique. S-A-L-A-M-I. Salami technique. Salami food is a food which you cannot put into your mouth. For that matter, what you're going to cut, if you are going to cut the salami food into pieces, when you cut it into pieces, you can take it into the mouth. That means overall time you cannot fit it to your schedule. So you cut the time into pieces. Say for example, 24 hours. I told you 24 hours. Okay, for example, 24 hours. Okay, you leave 8 hours and for sleep and something. You got 16 hours. Now 16 hours you divide. 16 hours you divide into how many? At least 2 hours like that. Okay. Okay, 2 hours. You divide 16. You cannot plan everything in 16 hours. You divide it into 2 hours. And you plan it. Then you are going to execute it. Then it is possible. That's why they say it is the you plan it and prevent it. Prevent procrastination. So salami technique is to divide your time into small pieces. Out of 24 you divide it into giving the sleep and dose in 8 hours, 16 hours you divide it even 1 hour or 2 hours. So in 1 hour what possible task I can do? Yeah, if it this. I want it to become priorities. That should be there. That is why they call as discovery. Use all available. Yeah, that everyone will say, I don't see. I have a time. If you want to utilize, you utilize whole time, whatever possible from my side. Structural environment is what that you should know what are the things you to do, not to do. What is this to do and not to do? Remember one thing, the to do and not to do list should have, everyone should have. Say for example, this is one conference going on. What are the things you should do? What are the things you should not do? You should list it. First, you should list it such that you can control the organizers, you can control the who are managers, who can control the employees. But first thing, see in the conferences, crowding should not be seen anywhere in the campus. Everyone should be in the hall because it's a conference. Yes, I agree. And second, I'm telling not to do this. Okay. Second is, as soon as the lunch or breakfast food is over, they should all be in the lecture hall. There should not be any crowding outside. Like not to do this one. To-do list. As soon as you receive the certificate, you should enter into the lecture hall, not go out of the lecture hall. To do just these things you should keep in mind. And all the certificates should be issued after only after complete finishing of this conference. That is the things you should have. Okay, to-do list. That's what they are saying. Structured environment. You structure. For example, this hall A is there. Here only whatever the possible topics you have done, only those topics will be discussed. Hall B is there possible. Like for example, microbiology conference. In the hall A you only have a bacteriology. In the hall B you only have a virology. In the hall C you only have a parasitology. Likewise, you should list the things which you have done it. That is the first thing you can do. Second is establish a routine. Routine means as soon as in the morning, early morning 8 o'clock, the breakfast should come. Breakfast. Okay? And 1 o'clock food. Lunch again, 8 o'clock, dinner. You establish a routine. Establish a routine such that nothing should be missed and time should not be wasted. You schedule it, whatever the fact, for example, topics are there. For example, there are about 1,000 topics and there are about time is very less. So you divide. If you want to give 1 hour, you give. If you want to give half an hour, you give, no problem. But you divide each hall. Total halls, 10 halls are there. 1,000 topics. Yes, at least 100 halls each. 1,000 topics each. You make it half an hour, 10 minutes. That's it. It is solved. See, that's why we say you always have to schedule. Whatever the things you want to have, you have to schedule it. You have to schedule it. Believe me, you have to schedule it. That is a possible thing which is going to help you. That is a possible thing which is going to take you forward rather than anything else. So always time management is the key to success. I keep on telling so many times this is very much important. Prevention of procrastination. Procrastination I will talk about later, but still I can give you the definition of procrastination. Procrastination is needless delay of work. Needless. So there is no need. Delay of work. Delay thinking would be, that would be beneficial to us. Delayed thinking, that would be beneficial to us. That would be beneficial to us. What here beneficial is beneficial to us. Needless delay, that would be beneficial to us. Procrastination is needless delay, that would be beneficial to us. Needless delay, okay? Procrastination is needless delay, that would be beneficial to us. Then what does that mean? See here, when there is you can do the work now, but you simply delay, thinking that it will be beneficial to you, but it won't be like that. Remember, no delay of work will be beneficial to you. Anything for that matter, delay is delay. There's a saying, so much saying that, there's so many proverbs that say that you do work now, faster the winner first. Okay, like for something. Okay, but you do work always now, but never think that, but never imagine that you by delaying your work you're going to get any benefit. Of course, the procrastination parameters I will discuss later. But for the time matter, you have to remember this thing. I repeat, time management strategies, total 8 are there. First one is prioritize your task. Prioritize means which one I have to take now, which one I have to do first. Next, specify your goal, what you want to do. For example, task, yes. I want to do the longest speech marathon task. Yes, specify your goal. Yes, I have to do it for 100 hours. Yes, small bites of pace. I have to prepare it for 4 hours time. Use all available time possible. Yes, you have to use it. Structural environment, I have planned for these things, arrangements, yes. Establish a routine, yes, I have completely 4 hours routine, I have established. I schedule it, and schedule exactly those time I'm going to eat. And precaution and prevention of procrastination. Procrastination is needless delay that would, we feel that would be beneficial to us, okay? That's a very brilliant thing. And followed by some this is called a salami technique. Remember salami technique? Salami is a food. Any food you cannot take directly into the mouth, but you have to cut. When you cut into pieces, you can take directly into the mouth. That likewise, time is also. If you are given 18 hours or 16 hours, you cannot directly take. You cut into 1 hour or half an hour each piece, each possible work in that time duration. You fit it, then you must work it solved. Now I go step by step, but this you have to remember. Believe me, prioritizing your time management strategies, most commonly asked, most widely asked, and you should, if you know this, if you know time management means your self-management, self-assessment. Remember self-management, independent management. Okay, so time management. I repeat, prioritize, specify your goals, small by the paper, use all available time, structural environment, establish time, schedule your this one, and precaution and prevention of procrastination. This is very important. Please try to understand. This is the benefit of the student. So whenever you set a goal, it is smart goal, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-based. And salami technique is dividing time into pieces and fitting the possible work in that time. Now we go one detail one by one. What exactly this is? See, remember, whenever, whatever will be the situation, whatever will be the concept, whenever we say still so much is there, still so much I can even engage up to 200 hours, but still I have to consider it, I am considering it, but still remember time management is an important part of management, very important part of it. Remember, it's very, very important. So time management is an important part of management. So time management, what exactly this is time management? First I told you, prioritize your task. Prioritize. What do you want to prioritize now? See, for example, you have one bath, like morning, early morning, getting bath, take bath, brush, okay, and coffee, okay. Then we have a project, okay, coffee, breakfast, okay. Okay, breakfast, and then you go to office. Before going office, you have to drop your son. Drop baby, your baby, okay. Okay, you have to drop your baby to school, and then you have to pick your friend. Okay. Then, after picking your friend, you have to go to your office and you have to see for the first old project. Finish your old project, then new project, your friend's project. Then organizational matters. And last but not, I know one more is customer-based matters. Customer, but for our it is patient. Organizational is institutional. Or you can say important also. Okay. Yeah. Patience, yes. But last but not the least is your customer-based or patient-based, and last but not the least is your self-assessment or self-management. So in these you just prioritize what are all your personal works. Yes, this is personal, this is personal, this is personal, this is personal. Dropping your baby is personal. Yes, speaking your friend is personal. What do you call a friend project? Yes. All these 6 are personal work. And all these 6 are your official works. So now you have divided into personal work and official work. You classified total number of work you are classified into the personal work and official work. Okay. Then in that, most urgent. Both the sides. You say most urgent and most important. First you make most important. Okay. Then you urgent, most important, most urgent. Yeah. Most important. For example, when you are saying most important, yes. In this, what is more important? Everything is most important only. Rather than picking it for your friend, all are most important. I call it as most important as I. Okay. Yeah. And after this I. Picking up your friend is not important. According to me, it is subjective. Okay. Here, most important. Yeah, this project is very important. Friend project, I don't think it is important. Yeah, organizational matters are also important. Customer patient is important. Self, okay, I can leave it, but that's also important. Okay. Now you have first classified into which is personal, which is official. Second, you are saying which is important and which is not important. Not important in the sense less important. Now you are going to give them the time. Which is urgent, which is not urgent. So of these, yeah, this is urgent, this is urgent, this is urgent, this is also urgent. Dropping your baby is also not that much urgent, but it is these 4 are very, very urgent. Okay. These 4 are very much urgent. Okay. Here, old project, yes, it is urgent because a new project, okay. Friend project, I told you that not important. Okay. Organizational matters, not that much urgent. Customer self is urgent. Okay. So out of these, which is urgent and less urgent. So better I like it here only, so that's why you can understand better. There is on Covey's, so the scientist 4-quadrant tree. This is what is now what we discussed is what Covey's 4-quadrant rule. First, what he told you, prioritize. Prioritize means you divide them into personal and official. In the personal and official, you divide them into important and not important, less important. And in the important, you divide them into urgent and less urgent. So when you divide it into urgent, important and urgent. When you put urgent, you have to give one spot check. Is it a 2-minute task? Is it a 5-minute task? See, when you say important, when you say the task is very important and very urgent, so when you say the task is very important and very urgent, then you have to struck to your mind that is it 2-minute task or is it 4-minute task? I mean 5-minute task. If it is 2-minute task also you can do it. If it is 5-minute task also you can do it. No problem. But depending upon how many tasks are there. But whenever they say urgent task, please note down. Always you have to check whether it is a 2-minute task or you have little more time or 5-minute task. Okay. This saves your energy. This saves. For example, taking bath is a 5-minute task. Brush is a 5-minute. Coffee, 5-minute breakfast. Okay, 5. Total 20 minutes gone. But urgent tasks are over now. Your most urgent tasks are over. Next, old project. Urgent, I told you. Okay, urgent. Most urgent old project is self-assessment. Old project, okay. For example, is it a 5-minute task? No, possible. Okay, but still I can write it as, okay, it's a still old project. It's 5-minute task, I say. You finish this. And self-assessment, okay, that's also difficult. You can take it as 5 minutes. New project you do. So this 5-minute task will save your time and it will make sure that you get rid of your tensions, you get rid of your task. They are totally making your task lesser. So these tasks are over now. 5 minutes task, this task is over now. This task over, this task over, this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you're managing for. That's why I told. Prioritize your task. Always prioritize your task. So what is this? I think you have understood this. I will see. I will make sure later also in Kannada. But here, remember one thing. Whatever is the situation, whatever is the consequences, but you have to remember what is this? Covey's 4-quadrant rule. Covey's told that you divide your task, same whatever we have done last time. So you divide it into 4 quadrants. Okay. This is urgent, less urgent, important, less important. In management, this chart will solve you most of the issues, most of the tensions. Only this chart work on. So there are so many instances where it will come, I'll tell you. But for time being, remember, this chart solves you most of your problems. See, most urgent, most important was that those brush, bath, and they are 5-minute tasks. Okay, breakfast. Okay. Less important, dropping baby, dropping friend. Okay. Okay. Less urgent. Okay, less urgent. Yeah. They are less urgent and less important also. Okay. And this next. Here, urgent and less important are your new old project and self-assessment. Not they are important also. Yeah, old project, self-assessment. And less important and less. Yeah. This less important drivers and less urgent but less important. Means you are dropping the friend and dropping the babe. They are urgent but less important. You can skip it. Okay. That's the strategy. Okay. Next, less urgent, less important. Less urgent is your whole new project. Okay. At present it is less important. Yeah. And these are likewise, you have to strategize your task. Whenever you strategize your task, whenever you organize your task, that relieves your tension. Remember, time management is your self-management. Time management is your self-management. Once you start learning the time management, over. That's over. Believe me, that's over. Once you start learning the time management, that's over. That's you are like that. You are already in the competition. You can become a manager. So that's why Covey's 4-quadrant rule is first urgent, less urgent, important, less important. This box has urgent and important tasks. This box has less urgent, more important tasks. This box has less important but urgent tasks. This has less urgent, less important tasks. We always say that you have to go in this way. 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is what is called as the 4-quadrant rule. Whenever you think about the time management, prioritizing your stuff is very, very important. Prioritize. First you prioritize. Whatever may be the situation, whatever may be the scenario, first you prioritize. What prioritize? You classify the personal, official. In the personal, how many of them are very important and the less important. In the official, how many of them are very important, less important. Then in the management, then you have to understand that once you say that they are important, then you have to do the most important, most urgent first, most important, less urgent second, less important, most important, less urgent, less. See, very simple. Most important, most urgent first. Most important, less urgent second. Because important is very important, less than urgent. Less important but urgent are this and this. Understood? Very simple concept. Most important, most urgent. Most important but less urgent. Most urgent but less important. Less important, less urgent. So it goes like this. Believe me, this is the main thing. In prioritizing your task, whatever may be the task, how many tasks you have. Okay. When you see most important, most urgent, it's just a rule, not applicable to all the tasks. But if you see in the box, if you see more tasks in urgent and most important, most urgent, you just see whether it is a 2-minute task or whether it is a 5-minute task. See, whatever taking bath, taking the toothbrush, everything is a 2-5-minute task. You can finish it. When you finish this task fast, that 2-minute task and 5-minute task, the total number of most important, most urgent tasks are reduced. I think you are already managed some part of your tasks. That's what it's called as the time management. Remember everything. I already told you the strategies of time management. It is prioritize, specify small pieces of time and utilize all possible time and schedule yourself a structured environment and routine, establish routine and schedule yourself. These are the things which you have to remember. Remember, whenever you learn time management, that is the best thing you can. Then once you learn time management, then you self-manage. This is the first thing. Then what you have to understand here is that is known as Perotti's 80/20 rule. Perotti's 80/20 rule. It is called Perotti's 80/20 rule. Perotti's 80/20 rule. What is this? Perotti's 80/20 rule. Perotti says 80% of work and 20% of result. And then you have a case in which 20% or 80% or 20% of work and 80% of result. What is this work exactly? Give me an example. That's what your question. Understood? So very simple things are these. These things are very simple, but you need to understand it in a better way. Because whenever you think of these things, no one is going to come and teach you. These are not managed. In the management also, you go and mug up and come back, but you don't understand what exactly they are saying. And for that you need an example. Whatever you read with an example. That solves your doubts. So, Mr. Perottis is a sociologist, or you can call it as financial economist, okay? Another way you can call it as economist, okay? What he gave the rule called as 80 by 20 rule. Rule is 80 by 20 rule, okay? Very simple concept. According to this, 80% work, 20% result, 20% work, 80% result. There is a person A and a person B. Both of them told to do a digging work. Digging work. A digged 10 feet, place 1. There was no water. And he suddenly shifted it to say, here the break of water may come, so suddenly he shifted and digged 10 feet. Here 10 feet, 10 feet. Suddenly after some time he thought, no, here water won't come. I think water will come here. And he shifted again 10 feet. And again he shifted, there water won't come, okay, it will come, so he shifted again here 10 feet. Again here 10 feet. Total 6 places he has digged for 10 feet. Actually speaking, he's a good worker actually. He's a very good worker, very enthusiastic worker, very fast worker. Whatever you say, he's a good worker. According to the society, he's a good worker. Okay? What he did? He digged at one place. He thought, no, here won't water come. So suddenly shifted. There also he started digging. No, here water won't come. Here won't come. Likewise, he digged for 6 places. B is an ordinary man. In other words, you can say as a smart man. What he did? He digged at one place, 10 feet. Same place he digged for 10 feet. And the same place he digged for 10 feet. There is a water. The result is there. Your result is also there. He is successful. The amount of work done by B is just 30 feet. Result is 30 feet. With the 30 feet he is showing the result. With the 60 feet he is not showing the result. No result. Understood? Very simple. 80% of work, 20% result. 20% work, 80% result. A is a good worker. But he has digged 10 feet for 6 different places, not able to organize it, not able to... what he was lacking? He was lacking concentration. Concentration, yeah. And he was lacking determination. Focus. He was digging here, he was not focused. Hey, here, I have digged here, I will dig it further, let's see what happens. That focus should be there. That data, here, I will dig here, definitely what will come. That focus is not lacking in A. Likewise, what B was having, he was determined, he was oriented, he was focused such that he has digged in the same place, he is confident enough it will come. But if water did not come also, he was not worried, but the result came because he was determined, oriented, focused. Was basically focused. Determined, oriented and focused such that he got the result. Very simple story, very energetic story, enthusiastic story. I keep on telling the same story. This story was told to me by my teacher. In the schools they will be telling the same stories, but you won't understand what exactly is the difference between the ET, smart work and hard work. What we call it as hard work. And this as a smart work. He was working smart, he was working hard. The amount of work done by A is more 60 feet, but there is no result. Amount of work done by B is less, but there is a result. Everyone is worried about the result now. Who is worried about amount of work here? That is what we call it as hard work versus smart work. That smart work will come to you when you are oriented, determined, energetic, active, focused. Those positive things are there, then definitely. So what I'm trying to teach you all is the smart walk, not the donkey walk or a hard walk. Understood? Very simple rules, simple to understand. Next we have one more entity. First, now you are understood 80/20 rule, because Parotti's 80/20 rule, and this Covey's 4-quadrant rule. Now what you want to understand? Now you will understand what the strategies of time management strategies, what exactly these strategies are, what is the importance of these strategies are. What is the importance of this? What is the importance of this? Tell me. See, first you are already prioritized. Prioritize. How you prioritize? You told, you listed your works. Personal work, official work. Personal work most important, official work most important, and you prioritized. Now you schedule in the end. Before that, I'll tell you this is a time management strategy. No, so now second is you specify your goal. A goal, you should have a goal. I already always telling about goal. How to set a goal? I already told you, yes, M-A-R-T. Smart goal, measurable goal, achievable goal. Simply you cannot set a goal which cannot be achieved, and realistic. It should be possible from you. And time-based. There should be a time-based for every goal, because without time-based you simply keep on procrastination and you keep on wasting your time. That's not possible. So smart goals means what? That's why I told you, now the digging at the 30 feet in the same position is a smart goal. Likewise, first you set it, for example, what you want to set a one goal. For example, you say one project of preparing an aeroplane. Okay. A project of preparing an aeroplane. What you will do that? Measurable. How you are going to measure it? You should measure it in a measure. You should measure it. Total. How many projects are? I think 10. It's an aeroplane. Okay, aeroplane. So totally how? 10 aeroplane. Measurable means 10. First, the smart goal means aeroplane project. Measurable means 10. Achievable. Can I do it in 1 year? No. It is a time-based 1 year. Achievable. We have how many manpower? You are 100 people. Okay, it is achievable. Realistic. 100% realistic. Can we give the quality? Realistic means quality. That's how it matters. So remember one thing. Whenever you are doing the work, you always have to remember that they are the most achievable ones or not. So that's why they say smart goals versus smart goals. Goal setting over. Next you have small bite-like pieces. What do you want to do? Small bite-like. You cut the time into small bite-like pieces. That is known as salami technique. Salami technique is what is the salami technique? Salami technique is that technique where I already told you, you are going to cut down into small pieces. For example, this is the time, 1 hour time, you cut it. 16 hours you left after sleep and all. I try to fit your priority task into here. You try to fit the task here, and later you are going to achieve the success. Understood? It's a very simple task. Very important task. Small bites of paper, so it is called salami technique. Okay? Use all possible, all available time. Yes. What is all available time in what way? See, for example, all available time here is 24 hours. Use it. Establish a structured environment. Structured environment means all should be there in that. All facility. Routine. Establish a routine. Structure. Establish a routine, and you should have a what is known as use all available time, structured environment, establish a routine, schedule. Last but not the least is self-assessment. Assessment. What is self-assessment is? This you should know. See, for example, first your role. What is your role in the demo task? I am a leader. Okay, very good. Then the goal. Goal is the data player. Okay. Then establish a weekly goal review and daily 80/20 rule. Work. Then actions. First, self-assessment, your role in the above, yes, you are a leader, yes, very good. Then your goal, aeroplane, yes, weekly goals are revealed, daily 80/20 working, then you take an action. That is what is your self-assessment is about. Structured environment and establish a routine and schedule, you have to schedule it out. For example, this time, this 9 a.m., this is the program, 10 a.m., this is the program, that is scheduling, okay. So now routine I told you, the breakfast and dinner. Structured environment is having one called as keep a journal or a diary, write it a time, date, and those things, and you have to keep a journal. If you do this, your time management is over. Believe me, this is what your time management. I tell you someone, and I think. 1 second, I have to see whether time is over or not. Exactly 85 I have to take. Okay. So 10 minutes are there. So very simple these are. These are very, very simple, very, very important tasks. But believe me, these tasks are. And one more thing, if you can finish it over here, is the procrastination. We'll finish the procrastination. The procrastination is undue delay, needless delay in your work, thinking that we would be beneficial. It is nothing like we will never be beneficial by any of the delay in our work. That is for sure. Yeah, definitely sure. Procrastination is, I already told you, procrastination is needless delay in your work. Thinking that would be beneficial to us. Be beneficial to us. Needless delay in work, thinking that would be beneficial to us. For example, if it is beneficial to me, definitely it should be beneficial to us. Like, but if it won't be like that, I will say procrastination styles or styles for this. Styles. 4P. What is this 4P? First I will write it as perfectionist. That means why they perfectionist. Next. Postponer. Next, politician. The next, last but not the least, is your come on, punisher. Perfectionist always thinks about the future. If I do this, what is my future? If I do this, what is my future? Punisher always thinks about the past. That's why he punishes everything. And postponer always thinks about enjoyment. Enjoyment, and he postpones. Politician, he cannot say no to everything. He cannot say no to anyone. So there are two things which you have to remember in your mind. That is called as, remember this, perfectionist. He always thinks about the future. If I do that, what is the future? What is the future? Future. Postponer always he postpones and enjoys. Politician, he cannot say no to anyone. And punisher, he is always worried about the past, and he wants to punish everyone now. Okay. So all these things are best. In fact, procrastination itself is a waste, but you should know about it. What are the main time procrastinators? We know TV, mobile, internet, music, play. These are all our procrastination. So that's why we say that you always need to have a higher and efficient and an appropriate way of postponing and managing your procrastination. Thank you. Let's see. But believe me, I think I have to take one. No, enough 4 more. Still 4 minutes. See, there are these things. Procrastination, needless delay in my work, thinking that it would be beneficial to me. Styles of procrastinators are perfectionist, postponer, politician, punisher. Examples to procrastination: TVs, mobiles, internet, music, play. They go to play. They take your time. Now procrastination is also how to manage. We'll finish it off. How to manage procrastination? See. Manage procrastination. See, when you want to manage it, you take action. Okay. Second, I say worst first. Some people say first. Put the first things in the first. Better, I say worst to worst. Take actions. 5-minute tasks that I already discussed. If there are some tasks which can be finished in your 5 minutes, you better finish it off. That will reduce your burden. And one more thing which you have to remember here is take actions, make commitment. And one more thing which you have to remember is salami technique. Salami technique is you break down your time and you break down your work. Salami technique is the food is very big, it cannot go into your mouth, so cut into pieces, then it will go into your mouth. Likewise, if the work is not possible, you cut down your work. If the time is not possible, you cut down your time and make those things fit into it. Do with other actions. You do the work with other actions possible. Other actions, for example, other tasks possible. You do this work with other tasks. Such that your time is same. Manage procrastination, worst first, 5-minute task, make commitments, salami technique, others. With others you are going to do that, okay? That's a very important thing you should have to remember, and this is one of the things you should have to. I think I'll take a break. Let's see, but only important thing here is no, till the 2 minutes. Okay. 85, no 85, what time will it take? Okay, I'm taking 5 minutes break. I'm gonna take it now here. 85, I'll take 5 minutes break. Yeah, these are the things which you have to discuss. Yeah, these are the things which you have to remember. Believe me, procrastination is needless delay in our work. That would be that we would think that to our benefit. Correct? No? Thank you so much.